In today's video, I'm going to share with you a secret that will come in handy. You can do this yourself at home if you're not a carpet cleaner. But this customer had a professional steam cleaning, and the steam cleaner had returned twice, and this coffee stain keeps coming up, what's called wick back, from underneath. During the drying process, the evaporation, everything from underneath rises to the surface. So every time he re-cleaned it with the steamer, it was wet. We have high humidity levels here. And so the coffee, if you could see it from my vantage point, it is just where it's wicked up to the tips of the fibers. So there's no need for me to clean it or bring my extractor in to suck up the coffee. It's already been extracted. And I'll show you what I'm using at the end of the video. This is a soft brush. Pardon me. And what I'm going to do is spray the solution, the secret solution that I'm going to show you at the end of the video. It only cost $1. And I'm spraying it on there, just misting it, and I'm going to brush gently the fibers. So what's happening there is I'm getting the solution into the fibers where the wick back, where the coffee has risen to those tips, and you can already see it's working. Then I will show you the beauty of what I'm doing is, you see that blow dryer, I'm not gonna wait to see if anything wicks back up. I'm gonna completely dry it before I leave. This way, the customer and myself are looking at the final product, meaning it's dry, there's no moisture, it's done. There's nothing that's gonna come up from underneath. And the reason I'm not spraying it way too heavy, I'm just kind of putting it in there, is I don't want it to seep too far into or below the surface of the carpet. And what I'm using, even if it did, there's not going to be any wick back. We're completely neutralizing the acid and the coffee right out of this carpet. This is I don't know if you call it like a olive green carpet. I know the camera never does carpets justice. Looks beige to me. Everything looks beige. But it does have some undertones to it. So everywhere my foot steps, even though I'm wearing socks, you'll see it'll imprint and it'll look darker in those areas. Those are not stains. And I'm not going to be grooming when I'm done. I will kind of use my brush and groom these out, just to make sure that I've got all sides of the fiber. I did bring my light in with me. That's a cordless light, so I could check, but the window and the lighting from the hallway seemed to be plenty, so I didn't have to use it as much. Using the Conair 1875, I think it's $15 at Walmart. You can get a professional heat gun if you feel the need, but small spot jobs like this just works fantastic. I brought my upholstery kit, my bag up with me, in case I need to use the drill with the pad or the brush. But you can see here, looking fantastic. Again, the purpose of drying the carpet before I leave, not only does it speed up the oxidation process in the chemical that I'm using, totally safe chemical, you can gargle with it, brush your teeth with it. I'll show you what I'm using at the end of the video. Most of you are going, Polly, we know what you're using. And I'm using that product today because this is a kind of do-it-yourselfer. I'm trying to bless you with the ability to do things like this and make some money on a side hustle. So I don't want to get too advanced. And you could see a regular blow dryer, and then a little flashlight, a trigger sprayer, a brush. You know, most of these things you might already have in your household, but the client is just going to be absolutely amazed because she's had them return 3 times, and the last time they told her you know, hey, coffee when you spilled, if it's hot, it's acid. That's how they dye carpets. This could be permanent. We're sorry, we've done everything we can do. And I understand that. That's no problem. They did do everything they could do, but except for this. That's why when the neighbor said, hey, you know, my carpet guy's been doing my carpet forever, and, you know, we've had pet issues and all kinds of stuff, and he always gets it out. So, not tooting my horn, there are things, you know, when they call it a stain and not a spot, it's a stain for a reason. It could stain. And hot coffee, depending on if somebody does something before I get there, you know, you never know if it's not a professional. And she said she didn't put anything on it, so I'm assuming that the steam cleaning guy used professional products, because the rest of the carpet looks pretty good. But if people put different stuff on there, vinegar, Dawn dish soap, they can actually set the stain. Especially with vinegar, you're adding more acid to an already acidic coffee. But you could see here I'm moving the fibers one direction. See how it's darker? And then if I move it back the next direction, that's why you can see my heel prints. But anyway, I think we pretty much got this under control. So hang with me for a little bit longer here, and I'll come right back to you and we'll talk about the results. And I'll tell you what I used. And I always have the question, can you do this? Come on now. I want to bless you, and in return, I'll receive the blessings. So this may help you if you're already trying to get into the carpet cleaning business. Look at that. Polly C. Holy smokes. And trust me, folks, no callbacks on this. Look at that. Beautimous job. Oh my goodness. We won't get any callbacks because there's nothing to evaporate, nothing to wick. You know, we didn't use enough solution. We didn't soak it so it's not down in the padding. There's no drying and wicking. And by me even taking the time to blow dry it dry, we're looking at the final product. So, and without moisture underneath, if they step on it, they're not going to squish anything from below up to the surface. So very, very simple procedure. And like I said, can you do this? Absolutely, you can do it. You can go steal your wife's blow dryer, her hairbrush. She probably has a flashlight. She probably has a spray bottle. And she probably has the chemical I'm going to show you. There's my bag. There's a pad in case I needed it. I got my drill in there, my trigger sprayer with the product in there. So without further ado, how'd you do that, Polly? Look at those results. All right. Drum roll, please. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And here we go. That is right. 3% hydrogen peroxide. It's not going to bleach the carpet. It's a low enough percentage. I used it straight. I just poured it into my trigger sprayer, and you saw what I did with it. So there you go. Please, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Again, I'm trying to bless you, so in return, I can receive the blessings. I'm taking the time for you.